A local teen paralyzed, unable to move from the neck down, and it just happened so suddenly.
Yeah, and while he wants to walk, he wants to run, he's desperate to do something else, something as natural to him as breathing. Mary is here with this young man's story. Mary?
Well, Kent and Joy, 18-year-old Tory Griffin is lying in a hospital bed right now at UF Health. He's on a ventilator. He can't breathe on his own, but I can tell you, he is dreaming of something he did every day and night for hours up to just 2 months ago, blowing on a trumpet, using his fingers to play the saxophone or his prized piano. Now he needs help to get home and get back to his music. That is the sound of a dream. A young man so very passionate about his playing. Sadly, now his horn sits silent. A keyboard quiet. This is where 18-year-old Tory Griffin is now, unable to move from the neck down. A rare disorder sneaked up on him.
It started in my right shoulder, and I felt pain.
At first, he ignored it, but in minutes,
Felt like my body was on fire.
Around the call, screaming the phone saying, something wrong with Tory, something wrong with Tory.
Tory's dad says his son couldn't breathe. The active Robert E. Lee High School band student was paralyzed within 2 hours.
When he was saying he couldn't move his right side, I thought it was a stroke.
It's a very rare condition.
What it is something called transverse myelitis. Rare, yes, and so sudden, like an aggressive form of multiple sclerosis.
It's a demyelinating condition that affects multiple levels of the spinal cord. And for Tory, unfortunately, the levels were very high.
No one knows why it attacked him, and doctors at UF Health aren't sure what the future holds.
So far, we have not seen him with any type of motor response below the neck.
But there is hope.
There have been some changes. His sensory ability on his extremities, he's starting to feel not just touch, but also hot and cold.
No one could have predicted it, and nobody could have warded it off. So it is a dire situation, and we have to get him through it.
Heather Wood is hoping to help Tory get home and get back to living. She worked here at UF Health for 21 years as a critical care physician assistant. Now she's trying to find financial support to help this young patient transition back into a productive life.
There's speculation that he'll get sent out of town to a ventilator nursing home away from his family and away from everything that he knows. And we really want to keep him with his family.
Part of that means finding resources to help him.
He'll need some special equipment so that he can be on his computer and be able to control it with his mouth, his chin, or his tongue.
And his way will most certainly mean music. It's just about all he talks about.
Playing my own trumpet and my piano again.
Tory wants desperately to get off the machines he's depended upon to stay alive right now. But yes, his music still comes first.
You know, like if I don't get off of it, I'ma still try to play my trumpet and still try. I want to play my piano too again, so that's my motivation to try to walk again and, you know, get all my functions back, because I want to play my piano again.
Yes, he just bought this horn.
Wow.
And he played it all day, all night, you know, disturbed the neighbors and everything, you know, and the neighbors asked me, they was like, why we don't hear the horn anymore? They miss hearing him play this horn.
Before he became ill, he also bought himself a piano, both purchased with the money he made working the Alvin Brown re-election campaign, walking door to door, encouraging people to vote.
He was starting to teach himself how to play.
But now that plan is on hold while the family focuses on getting him home to a house that needs some real adjustments. Mom, Tawanda, is a certified nursing assistant, a home health provider herself. She knows what it takes, and it starts with the basics.
Need to make the doors wider in the bathroom where a lift can come into the bathroom. The doors, they need to be wider, as well as the steps outside.
And inside, ramps are needed both in and out for Tory to make his way around his own home when he's released from the hospital. He needs full care, 24 hours a day, and a lot of equipment to keep him alive.
How do you keep up your hope and your positive attitude?
I pray. I have faith, and I believe that he's going to breathe again and move again.
We all want to hear Tori play that horn again. His family, supporters, and friends all want to know how to make that happen, and you can help by donating to his GoFundMe account, which we have a link to on news4jax.com. And his mom even says anyone who wants to share their musical talent with him, they can play for him or teach him, he would so enjoy that. I mean, she thinks it would help give him more hope to just, you know, progress and keep up that attitude. I've never met anybody who has so much passion for music. It's incredible.
You were talking about that as you were preparing the story and just how passionate he was about the music. I can't imagine being his age and losing that. What a
So
struggle.
suddenly.
And I know that we talked about there's maybe a GoFundMe
There
account.
is a
How can
GoFundMe
people really pitch in and help out?
Like, there is another way, because they need, as I mentioned, the house, it needs, you know, it really needs to be retrofitted. And there's also, can we dream big here? They could use a bigger home. This is a family who really needs help here. Anything that people can offer to do, possibly another rental that's available, someone who could do the work maybe, who can offer their services, their handyman. One need, though, that's been filled for the moment, the J.T. Townsend Foundation, a wonderful organization that we know about, has offered a temporary ramp for Tori once he gets home. Again, the GoFundMe account is on News4Jax. Please look for it under this story. And again, J.T. Townsend, because we know, you know,
his story, yeah.
His young man who suffered a terrible thing as well. So incredible, his legacy lives on. But Tori, what an amazing young man,
Tori,
so
we're
bright.
pulling for you. We are pulling for you,
It's
Tori.
so great to see what a close-knit family he has.
The children, they're all, he's the big brother here. You know, it's an incredible story.
Mary, thanks.